Hello, YouTube. Ronin Kaze, take two. The volume was too much. Today's a sad day, YouTube. Very sad day. This is the countdown clock on YouTube TV going bye-bye for Ronin Kaze for a while until next football season. We call it football here in America. It's American football, whatever you want to call it. Handball is the joke in other countries because it's mainly played with hands, not with feet. And I'm going to tell you something. Marsh McLuhan was a, I don't know what, a professor of media. I don't know if that was a thing back then, but he had predicted the future of kind of how media is today. And he said the medium is the message. And that means, or alludes to that, the technology that you're looking at is what the medium is more important than the actual footage. And it is. There was a point in the early 90s where I forget the guy's name. I looked it up. It's in my Google Notes, but you know I don't talk off the notes. The guy said, yep, we're going to have 500 channels someday. And so when I grew up, there was 2, 4, 7, 9 was CBC. Then you had like 50, 56 with the PBS station, and 62. That's how many stations we had, YouTube. And CBS, NBC, and ABC were 2, 4, 7. Now there's just so many channels. Now there's so many choices that we used to have cable with all these bundles. We didn't like that price, so we started getting streaming and doing like YouTube TV. And then that started getting bundles and big. And I'm at the point where I have so many choices, I don't want any of it, right? I only get it to watch football. So this is part 2 of this. What you're looking on the screen is the Madden videos. It's evidence, the Madden videos. Madden videos on Steam, because I bought Steam and I was going to have a game going around, play the game and talk over the game, how I'm going to miss football and everything. American football. I'm going to call it football for the rest of YouTube. I'm sorry to my European brothers and sisters, but I mean, I'm a dumb American. So, I download it.
Some more detailed signatures are unique to star quarterbacks, like jump throws in the face of pressure.
It's on my Steam list, and I start running it, and it doesn't run the first time, and EA says you got to log in. I log into my EA account, and I set my Proton to catchy whoop-de-doo one. They have one. And then a little box, little Windows box, little Windows 95 box come up. I'm sorry, this game doesn't support any wine, Proton, any of the things you're trying to run it with. I immediately get it. One of the big parts of Madden is the online play. But for the love of God. What if we don't want to play online against other people? Why can't you make a mode that you're not going to be able to play competitive, but you're going to be able to do all this? So Linux failed. So this is one of the spots I had alluded to, but I don't play those other games. And it was on sale, YouTube. It was so juicy. The NFL got their hooks into me. $20 for Madden 26. And I'm just going to use it to make content. And I want to talk about football today, how I'm sad that football's going bye-bye. They got me all, YouTube. All of it. And it's okay. Because what happens when you have so many choices, you end up having no choices. For a lot of different things. There's a saying in football, in American football, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have 0 quarterbacks. The idea being, if you have this and this, if you have 2 spouses or prospective spouses, you don't have any, right? Because you still haven't made a choice. I would say, having been to Europe a lot in my business career, a lot, so many times I don't even think about it. I was a world traveler, but I worked for 2 German companies, right? So I was going over there quite a bit.
The team overhauled player movement across every mode.
The need
confidence
for
that these superstars
choices
will move in Madden 26
in
like they
Europe
do on Game
isn't as great
Modernized
as it
depth
is
charts
in the
introduce
United
more
States.
authentic positional
As I
roles.
think of it right off the
Modify
top of my
mismatches
head
and dial
now,
up more creative plays with the new gadget slot. Built for versatile
we don't
offensive
accept
weapons like Deebo Samuel.
authority telling us,
On defense, left and right edge
we don't
replace
accept
defensive
authority telling us this is the
linebackers
best
line
choice
up
for
Dan,
you.
Mike, and Will designations.
We want to pick it. We want to
Specialized
figure
nose
out the
tackle and
value
long
in
snapper
there.
positions are properly acknowledged.
And in that pursuit,
Football
we
is
end up
always more
getting
fun when
played
Mother
because
Nature becomes a factor.
they say, okay, let's
And new football weather in Madden 26
give them a high end, give them a
gameplay
low end, and give them a
and
middle
gameplay.
choice. And
Extreme
80-20,
conditions
80%
like
of the time,
heavy
people
snow,
take the choice
fog,
that you want them to
rain,
take.
and wind will impact visibility, player movement,
So part of that in the
stamina,
sales
and
process, you
ball
got to
speed.
educate the consumer,
With real weather, real data,
and you
real
can't
coach and player
educate
tendencies,
the consumer
this seems
that
like the
your
best
product
Madden
is always the
yet,
one that
and
wins
I
because
can't wait
that's
for you guys to
very
get your hands on it.
transparent. So that's when you're in sales, you have to know, you have to qualify the prospect. And if it's not a fit for your product, you just say, listen, I'll help you make decisions, but my product's not the product that is right for you. A lot of times I would do this for people that didn't have the budget. We had the best technological solution that was at the least expensive price. We had a great value product. And some people want to have the best thing, even though they don't need it. They want to have the best. They want to know that in the future. So we had a perfect product for that, and we made a lot of inroads on that against the biggest competitors, right? Because we had a blend of German technology with the best, up-to-date technology.
And make tough calls that will shape your season and your coaching legacy.
But I can't play Madden. I don't have any Windows thing. I could load, I could. I'm not going to. So at this point, I'd rather not do this than install Windows again. So that's where I'm at. So yes, I put trigger alert because yes, this isn't Linux fault. This is, and I mentioned in one of these videos way in the beginning, you got to set the expectations for people. And one of the expectations was first person shooter games. And I don't play Madden, so I didn't realize. As soon as it said I couldn't do it, I realized, yep, there's the online component. Why don't they? Why don't they let you play online games from Linux? Because you can just hack everything, and then, right, you're in an environment that's less controlled. Right, you're in an environment that's less controlled, and so people could, take advantage of the system. I'll give you a great example. So, any of those games, like in the Division 1, people could have like a cheat that would intercept from between the server and your client, and it could like see through walls and everything because it could look what the server was giving back, and then it could tell you, here you could shoot your bullet across the map. That's how those things work, and it's probably more sophisticated now. So that's how it used to work. But I ran into the wall that Linux failed. I ran into the wall that YouTube, so I cancel YouTube now right after the Super Bowl, and I don't watch any live TV. I don't watch live TV ever.
And we're giving you the tools to best manage player usage during the season.
If YouTube Premium said, hey, we're going to, let's be honest. If you care about American football, you can see a condensed version of the game the next day. So really, during football season, when I'm making videos, I have the sound down, and that's going on, and I'm making videos. Do I need to see the football? I probably don't. But that's what the 500 channels has done, right? So I don't need to see nightly news. We have this big thing that in America that the media, we're naive in America because we always thought, at one point that the media has always been owned by conglomerates and giant people. So the point is this. Even we don't get our news from there. We don't do anything from there. We don't need live TV. And so that's a dangerous thing for these media companies because we don't need the live TV. So they got to have decent products that meet to us. That's why it's fractured and splintered. And, you have shows on each studio because you know, they have different things. Some people will spend the money to make the shows, get you over there. Sometimes, like Apple, they have like higher end products that are more kind of niche-y, those kind of shows, but they're all really good. And HBO used to be like that. And then sometimes you just need content. But like, think about PBS. Do you really need PBS? Do you really need Sesame Street? Do we need... I'm for PBS. I'm for public supported radio. But I understand that the people that are different than me don't like that it puts a message on it. So why can't Sesame Street just become a YouTube channel? Like Miss Rachel. I hate that show. But that's Miss Rachel. Sorry if you love Miss Rachel, YouTube. And then there's another guy that's... I mean, I have a granddaughter now, so... My wife has to stomach all that. So... I'm going to cancel YouTube TV now for a while. I don't know if I'll get it back next time. My wife doesn't watch it. I only have to watch football games. I don't need to see live football games. I could, stream local. I don't know what I'm going to do for that part. I can watch it next day on YouTube for sure. So do I need to see it live? Sports is the one thing. It's kind of stale if you don't watch it live, if you know the results. But you'll get to see all the plays and you get to see the best part. Football is, 13 minutes of actual action anyways. And most of it's just setting up in between times. So, and just a quick side note on sports. Why is American football so great? It's because it's so scarce, right? It's scarce. There's 18 games. There's 19 games. Baseball and soccer are wonderful because they go so long, and basketball and hockey are almost tedious because they go too long. Think about if you have 5-7 game series in the NBA, that's 35 games. That's half an NBA season. That's what they should just do. But they should just charge more, right? Everyone talks about the revenue. The NFL does it. They have however many, 17 games every weekend. Same thing with basketball. So just thought something to consider about scarcity. But you were going to get all of this. You were going to get a game, because then I was going to tell you, I'm getting rid of my YouTube. The Super Bowl's coming. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, YouTube. But I can't. Linux can't play Madden. It's not that Linux can't. Linux can play it. EA, Madden won't let you do it. And there's other games that won't let you do that. So just always, it was a funny ha-ha that I couldn't play it. After I spent the $20 too. And it's on sale. I just want to have the game. And there was a football one for $20. It's not licensed by the NFL. I would have had the same thing. It would have been as good. It was $20. And I was so proud of myself, YouTube. Aha! I don't have to get Access 2026 for $19.99. I can get the actual Madden. Who's laughing now, YouTube? This is Ronin Kaze. Hope you liked the trading card game video. I was trying to help out ICX, TCG. If they ever give me their social media stuff, I will post it for you. Thanks, YouTube. No football. Bye.